Okay, welcome everybody to the MEGA64 podcast in Frisco, Texas. SGC. Doing an SGC edition. We're gonna feature a lot more screw attack style humor. Yeah. So we're gonna just we're gonna yell the word penis out and giggle to ourselves for like 20 minutes. We're gonna go. Oh yeah, no, yeah. Go ahead and just sit down. We're gonna talk about Superman and Goku fighting. And that's it. What?
Who won, by the way?
Superman. Oh, come on. Superman can't do Genki Dama. Sorry, Spirit Bomb. Yeah, I tried to use the official thing for the original thing first so Shawn would understand.
Yeah, shut up. Theme song.
The stars at night are big and bright. Deep in the heart of Texas, the prairie sky is wide and high. Deep in the heart of Texas, the sage in bloom is like perfume. Deep in the heart of Texas.
Welcome back. Is this 359?
Yeah.
Next podcast is 360. We should do a 360 tribute. Xbox 360 tribute. Talk about our favorite Perfect Dark Zero moments.
Someone tweeted at me saying that on podcast 129. I was like, how old are we going to be when it's podcast 360? So the answer is 31. But how old were you when you? I asked him that and he said I was 25. So a lot's happened to me since then. What do you mean? A lot of things happened? Yeah, I went to Texas. Fair enough.
Yeah. I have a lot more Power Ranger replica weapons now than I did. Then, yeah, I remember I really used to want the full-size Dragon Dagger, and now I have it.
Really?
So yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm pretty much enjoying that.
You guys saw it too.
Yeah, the White Ranger sword too.
I saw an original Saba on the show floor in someone's case of old toys.
What? Oh, like the original toy?
Yeah, they're selling a box.
The original. Here's the thing: the original toy was weak. It didn't have the true voice. It was like some intern just recorded himself going "Targazord power." But the new one, they got Tony Oliver, Aka. What was his name in Robotech? Rick Hunter.
Rick Hunter, yeah.
He was Rick Hunter in Robotech, and he was Saba in the show. And he says these lines. He goes, "We're going to need a bit more power." He says, "Activate the Tigerzord." He says, "I'm having difficulty getting through to the Red Ranger." There's like four more. There's like four more.
Okay.
Shawn, what were the other ones?
Are we down? I'm so bored.
Okay. Whatever. Anyway, so yeah, thank you everybody. Oh, I don't know. Did somebody? Sorry.
What is that?
Did somebody shit on the stage?
Yeah. What is that?
Ew, this is disgusting.
Ew.
Oh, that's horrible.
Sorry.
Oh man, I need to wash my mouth.
Yeah, well, we got one of these.
Oh, thank goodness, we have a Kickapoo Joy Juice. Kickapoo. Thank you to our sponsor, Kickapoo. That sponsorship had nothing to do with what just transpired on stage. Someone defecated on the stage, and I'll find out. Craig. But anyway, thank you, Kickapoo. Go to drinkkickapoo.com and get yourself some. It's also on Amazon. The company didn't even deliver these to us. Yeah. Jared is in the front row, and he had a bag of them. He had a whole bag of them, and he's like, "You gotta have Kickapoo."
Such exciting conspiracies.
Tim Tam Gate. What the hell just happened?
I broke our system.
Broke our tripod.
I broke our sweet tripod.
Yeah. But thank you. You've been supplying us.
Thank you. I think we did actually get another shipment of these at home.
We did?
I think it's sitting at home right now.
Nice.
That doesn't help us in Texas, so thank you.
Sorry to the viewers at home watching that awesome camera work I was doing. Sorry.
And the Joker mask here.
Okay?
And the Joker mask.
Anyway, so thank you for that. Anyway, today we wanted to talk about. We're just hanging out today. We did our panel yesterday.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
You guys were there. Thank you. So this is a more laid back. We're just kind of talk. It's our podcast.
Yeah, we're just
We can
hanging out.
Talk, hang out. So you can hang out with us. It's gonna be fun.
You can talk about what we've been doing for the last freaking month.
Yeah, we haven't had like a real podcast in a long
It's
time.
been convention mania.
Yeah, we had Anime Expo.
Yeah, we went to Anime Expo in Los Angeles. That is a convention that I honestly enjoy more every year. It's actually interesting because I feel like the first time we went in like 2006 or 7, it was the biggest anime convention that I had ever seen, but the costumes were all goofy. You know, it was like, oh man, what is everyone doing? It just, everyone looked like an attempt at being a Super Saiyan or some Naruto like cloud situation.
That was a big thing. It's like,
Yeah,
it was everywhere when we started doing anime.
Yeah, and it was just like, oh man, this is goofy. Now when you go, it's like 30,000 people who actually know what they're doing. Like it's like everyone has really stepped up
They
their.
spent the whole year getting their new costume ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that convention is a lot of fun. The highlight of that convention for me was that we were at a booth, and across from us was a booth selling toys, and they had a wall of the new Tamagotchi. And it was like, whoa, those are back? Yeah. So we got them for everyone in our booth. And I think we were productive for one day of Anime Expo, and the rest was, if you walk by our booth, it was 4 people going. Did you just shit? How do I get it? It's not going away. It's not going away.
I'm sick. How do you do, Brian, how do you do medicine?
How do you cure? How do you cure? Oh, I just got a taco for them. You can collect like different foods for them.
I brought mine. I've been playing with it all weekend. But
Yeah.
I did wake up this morning to a sick baby.
Oh yeah. Mine died immediately.
Oh.
Like we left Anime Expo and I drove back to San Diego, and it was like this is the weirdest part. It wasn't just like, oh, okay, it's not there anymore. There was a letter in the place of where it was in the room, and I'm like, what? And I hit it, and the letter opens up and it just says goodbye.
Oh my God.
It's like a suicide letter. Like what happened? Like, what? It was kind of grim. It was just like, no, just leave. You don't need to. What?
You let her shit all over the floor, you didn't clean it up. So who wants to live in a pigsty?
That's true. That's a good point.
You need your
You're
kids
gonna be Tamagotchi in the car.
What?
You're gonna be Tamagotchi in the car.
I had to drive back to San Diego, and the whole thing was beeping like it needed a taco or something. I didn't have time.
Shawn.
A guy with
Guy with a Cobra mask and a guy just walked into the room.
anyway.
Sorry, it's scary.
It was hard to ignore. But anyway, yeah. So that was Anime Expo. Is there any other? What? We saw the premiere. We saw the premiere of Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F.
Yeah.
And the English dub premiere of the new Dragon Ball Z movie, and I think we already kind of talked about that on the podcast. But that movie's cool. I think it's cool.
Cassandra was going Super Saiyan.
She's not in that one. She's in
Betty and
what?
showed her final form.
Shut up.
But yeah, anyway, so that was really cool. They had when we got there, Funimation was like, "Hey, you guys want to walk the red carpet?" I was like, "We weren't really." I've got like my backpack and I'm just in regular clothes. I was like, I don't. Should we? Can we? And they were like, no, yeah, do it. So in our typical tradition, it was me, Garrett, Kevin, and Brian went to the red carpet, and we gave them the name. We always, people always ask if we're a band, if they don't know who we are. They just think we look like a band. And so we have this running gag where we tell them we're a band summer semester. And we did it again, long running joke, because we went to, in Missouri, a frozen custard stand where the girl working there randomly said to us, "You guys look like a band." Oh yeah? Yeah, like your name is like summer semester. Okay, where did that come from?
Yeah, she needed us.
Like she had that prepared. I don't know, but anyways.
This farted that idea out.
Yeah.
And it's been 10 years later, and now we're just flying around the rest of the semester.
Yeah.
Maybe she didn't just fart it out. That could have been a fantasy of hers.
Like
her
she
entire.
had
She's
to-
like, I'm gonna wait till I find a group of handsome young men, and then I'm gonna just lay it out. Hey, here's the plan. You guys are a band named Summer Semester. You need a backup singer.
There you go.
You didn't realize her dream of being a rock star. That's a problem.
Well, her dream is still, that was 10 years ago. I mean, the dream still carries on because we told everyone at the red carpet, there were all these paparazzi and photographers, and we were like, oh yeah, we're summer semester. And they wrote summer semester on a board and showed it to everybody. And it was like, oh, summer semester, stop right here. What are you guys doing? Our album's out Tuesday. I haven't seen any of those photos turn
Of
up.
course not, because they found out it was all bull.
Yeah. But we did that once. We did it at the Spike TV Video Game Awards in like 2006 or 7.
We did find those.
And
photos.
those showed up on like Getty Images or whatever, where you get images, you know, and stuff like that.
People were selling our image for like $50.
Yeah, it was all watermarked, and I didn't want to pay.
Yeah, who's gonna buy this?
Yeah, they wanted like $100 for a photo of myself. I was like, nah. But anyway, so we did that, and that was fun.
The week after that was Comic-Con.
Yeah, the week after that was San Diego Comic-Con.
Which was, I mean, it's long. Who here has been to San Diego Comic-Con? Has anyone been? One person.
One
Good.
person.
The rest of you, don't go. It sucks. It's the worst. It's full. It's full. San Diego, we can't take any
We
more.
talk about
people.
this stuff every year.
We do.
Scalpers suck. That's why San Diego Comic Con sucks. Because scalpers.
Scalpers.
Yeah.
Scalpers suck. You know, a lot of times, like, people make a big deal. Like, there's like, I mean, you're on the show floor, and there's like a swarm of people you're getting trampled because the cast of Arrow's right there. It's like, I don't care. The cast of Arrow.
You're not an Arrow fan?
No, it's stupid. It's so dumb.
Who's your favorite superhero, Deadpool?
Shut up. So, this time, I'm walking into our booth trying to get there, and this guy, security guard, sir, you have to stop right here. We have VIPs going through, you have to stop right here. I'm like, dude, I don't care. I promise you I don't care. Let me just go through. Just stay right here. I'm like, fine, we like whatever, fine. And then stand there, and then the entire cast of Game of Thrones walks right past me. And then afterwards, I'm like, all right, I care. That was pretty good. You got me, dude.
We went to, we don't really, because we have a booth there, we don't really get to go to a lot of panels. But we got to go to one. Someone was able to get us seats for the Star Wars Episode 7 panel, Force Awakens panel. And so it was like, okay, well, if there's one panel I want to check out, it's going to be that one. All right. And so we went, and it was, admittedly, it was cool seeing, you know, the whole cast, old and new, you know, J.J. Abrams, but also, yeah, the new cast, and you know, Harrison Ford ended up showing up, Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher, you know, whatever. That was cool seeing them there. But as I'm watching, two things happened. One, I realized kind of how pointless the panel really is. It's neat seeing them, but it's like, we haven't seen the movie, and we don't know anything about the movie, and they can't tell us anything, so it's kind of like, yeah, so, is there anything you could tell us about Kylo Ren, the new villain? No. Okay, but I'm sure it'll be good. Anyway, JJ, what can you tell us about the directing? Can't really say anything, but, you know, we tried. Good, all right. I mean, it's just all like, man, we should do this after this comes out.
Was it really one-word answers?
I mean, it was just, you know, J.J. Abrams was really good at talking about trying to create a standard for the movies and like how he's shooting them.
And you can also talk about how like this was important to him because he grew up with these movies. He said it's not normal for someone to love these movies so much and then be here directing these people in Star Wars games. Like, I'm so lucky. He's like, yeah, talking about that, which was cool.
Yeah, and talking about how aesthetically preserving continuity in terms of lots of physical locations and physical props and effects as much as they can. Yeah, and one of the creatures came out on stage, a fully puppeteered thing.
Someone thought that it was CG, so wanted to put that was on stage and walking around.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so lots of stuff like that. They're shooting on 35mm film like the old one, stuff like that. So that was really cool, but beyond that, it was just like, oh, all right, you know, whatever. So that was one thing. The second thing was that then they would go to audience Q&A. These are people who waited like 3 weeks outside in a tent to get to the Star Wars panel. And hey, if you want to do that, more power to you. I mean, if that's what you're into, cool. But maybe not the best people to go to for questions, because it was like, yeah, sorry. What color, what? Oh, sorry, what color lightsaber would you would you pick? Well, I play the villain, and I mean, have a red one. No, I mean like in like
in
real like in life. Like,
what would you have?
like in real life. It's like, I mean, you have Harrison Ford. You have Harrison Ford sitting right there, and you could ask him anything, and they're like, yeah, what kind of haircut would you get? I mean, it's like, guys, we gotta like review these questions, and they had someone screening the questions, but
They should be fired. That was brutal.
yeah. I just think there's so many things you could ask other than what color lightsaber, and there was
Like one, like, yeah, if you in real life, what would you be a light side, dark side? It's like, who cares?
Yeah.
I don't care.
would you be light side or dark side? And it's people who have played either a hero or a villain on stage, so it's like, well, in the movie, I'm the dark side. It's like, okay, great, yeah, we've established that. Like, anyway, so that was really the only panel I saw, but it killed me. So we watched this panel, whatever, and it ends. And maybe some of you guys heard about this on the news, but when it ends, J.J. Abrams goes, okay, now we're going to do something crazy. We've kept this a secret. Everyone in here right now is invited to a live symphony playing the music of Star Wars concert right now. Go outside those doors. And there was seriously a symphony outside doing a concert at night. Everyone got free lightsabers.
It's by the Bay, which is it's a beautiful location.
Incredible venue.
You were escorted by like 40 stormtroopers from the new movie, like escorting you down.
Yeah.
And it was like everyone was super excited and amped, and we just took the time, and our panel for Comic-Con started in 10 minutes.
We were like, and they hand us like this, fancy pass that's like Star Wars Force Awakens concert. Here you go, that's for you. Redeem it up there. It was like, I'm just gonna go back.
They announced that, and everyone's cheering. I'm the one guy in the back, and I'm like, fuck! No!
So yeah, this whole crowd going to the symphony, and we were the only three schmucks fighting the crowd. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here.
John Williams conducting?
He did not conduct, but he had a whole film thing. Like he talked
On camera.
Yeah, he was on camera or whatever. Yeah, he talked about.
After our panel, I have to go to that back area to get my bike and go home, and I saw thousands of people with free lightsabers. Just smiles.
Oh, there was fireworks, there was food, there was
Killing
anything
me.
you wanted. But,
Killing me.
But the funniest thing was to me is that we went to our panel and we told that story. Like, so we're the three idiots, and this one guy in the back raised his badge up because he got one too, and he chose our panel instead of that concert. Hey, thanks to that guy, but what an idiot, right?
Maybe he's a Trek fan.
Maybe. Oh, that's great.
That's the other crazy thing is like, I forget, J.J. Abrams directed that Star Trek movie.
Yeah.
And that was great.
And that, he kind of said, oh, this is a dream for me, you've been a sci-fi nerd
No,
all
he
along.
didn't like
No?
Star Trek.
Well, why didn't
He talked about that his goal with making the new Star Trek remake was to make the best Star Wars movie he could.
But then they asked him to make a Star Wars
Yeah.
movie. Like, can you imagine?
But it is kind of a bummer because like he was supposed to do 3 Star Trek movies and now the third one's going on and some other dude took it. You know, it's like
Star Wars.
Yeah, you can't turn that down, but still. But anyway, yeah, I'm trying to think what else happened during San Diego Comic-Con.
Well, one other little thing happened. I was right after Game of Thrones things, and I saw the whole cast. I was walking to our booth still, and then right next to our booth is Rooster Teeth, and I see some guys kind of walking around. I'm like, oh, it's like Mark Hamill, but no one's taking pictures of him. No one cares. It's not him. And then an hour later, wherever the stars came on, Mark Hamill comes out wearing the same clothes. Like, it was Mark Hamill. I could have said hi or
no one was even, no
cared.
security
No
or
one,
anything.
no one cared.
And Game of Thrones needs a whole entourage.
And Mark Hamill just cruised before by himself. This is Mark Hamill.
Several
I
guys.
have a similar Mark Hamill related regret story.
Yeah.
Never thought I'd say that sentence. But no, it was when the three of us went to the Spike TV Video Game Awards.
That was a regret.
And I remember we had like really close up great tickets right up in the front and we were sitting there and Mark Hamill walked right in front of me and had this look on his face just like and I wanted to interject just like, oh hey, star of my favorite movie ever. Wanted to say all these things and was like, nah, I'm not going to bother him, whatever. And then he went, and we had these giant bleachers up behind us for this event, for the Spike TV Video Game Awards. And he walked past us, and he sat way in the back.
They gave him like nosebleeds.
Yeah, and then it was famously the next day, like this was in like the news and stuff. He wrote all these tweets about like, I've worked so hard for so many years, and they stuck me in the back of all the, he was the voice of the Joker. He was nominated.
He was nominated for an award.
We
figured he wasn't going to win.
Yeah, and he was like, they stuck me in the nosebleeds. I couldn't even see the stage. I guess I'm not even going to win. What was the point of that? Whatever, all this stuff. No, that's pissed off. That's Return of the Jedi Dark Mark.
Oh, gotcha.
Father, I know you'll turn to the... whatever.
That sounds right.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, so it bums me out that I didn't know that because I could have switched seats with him. I would have absolutely done that. If I knew that was the reason why he was like doing that, I would have like been like, yo, Luke, sit here.
Do you think he would take your seat, or do you think you've been like too proud to do that? That'd be embarrassing. Some like idiot. You can have my seat.
You should have done that, man. I would have got to sit next to Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, because I wasn't going.
If he said, "Are you sure?" I would have gone, "Well, these already are your seats from a certain point of view." Yeah. Star Wars fan, man. All you Star Wars heads got that. It's getting around. All right. Anyway.
Yes, that was Comic-Con.
Yeah, that was San Diego Comic-Con. In between that stuff, then we came here to SGC, and obviously this has been a fun weekend, except for I just want to point out, yes, there was a competition between us and Screw Attack. I don't really even care to talk about it.
I honestly don't remember what happened.
Yeah.
So
I remember foul play. I just remember trying to get a controller that worked.
Yeah, they make the stage super slippery when I'm trying to play my game.
Yeah, I don't really care to relive that. I think, I'm seeing a lot of issues with our social media, various networks.
Yeah, what happened to that?
I don't know who changed the graphics on our Twitter setup here. I don't think that's really appropriate, so shame on you. I never did that, so shame on you, Screw Attack. I don't know if that's how you promote yourself. Just want to say shame on you, and probably not going to attend this event next year. Thank you very much. All right, enough said.
Okay, for you guys, we will.
Well, we'll come, but I don't think we'll probably just section off a part of their convention center that they can't come into. That sounds fair to me, because I don't really... Yeah, well, we basically do 64Con. If you guys don't know, in Southern California, every year we do MEGA64 game days, and that's in Anaheim. It's around Disneyland, and we do it every November. It's going to be this November 14th and 15th, and that's basically our con. We have a day one event where we're actually, it's like in a place like this, and then on day two we all go to Disneyland. I think that con, no offense to SGC, but SGC is a little bit crappy. Ours is super entertaining. We got Disneyland on our back. We got...
We're not making people wear shirts with dicks on them.
Yeah, exactly. You can wear whatever shirt you want. They don't have to have genitals on them.
Yeah. Keep it clean.
Yeah, and we got... How many rides do they have here? Thank you. We don't have any arcade games, but Disneyland has arcade games.
There you go.
Somewhere. I don't know. They used to have it where you could go inside the building called Innoventions, and they had an Xbox with a Kinect in there. Why would you play that if you bought a $100 ticket to Disneyland? Why would you go in? Okay, where's a Kinect? Oh, they have the sports game.
And we should clarify, this was like last year. This was there. It's not.
Yeah,
like this is new technology.
Yeah, they ripped all that out like months ago.
Yeah.
It's finally Innoventions that revamped.
There was a point where they had the Kinect in there running the game Kinect Disneyland, which was just trippy on another level, because then you're playing Kinect Disneyland within.
You're at Disneyland. What are you doing?
I got a video of that once, and I think it got a lot of views. Just on my personal YouTube channel, I filmed Brian and Kevin exploring virtual Disneyland and then like kind of backing out, and it's like they're here. Like, why? What is the point of this? Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so come to that if you can. But we'll try to be here next year and remove all the screw attack business from the con. But yeah, we had a really great time. What have we done so far? We did our panel went great last night.
Last night was slaughtering, last night.
Last night was super awesome. We had our panel, which I think a lot of you guys were at, so thank you for coming. And then afterwards, there is a AA baseball team right across the street, the Rough Riders. Shouts out. Frisco Rough Riders. Frisco made 3 new baseball games. So we said, you know what, we're hungry, let's have dinner at the ballpark. So we got the $7 tickets and got some barbecue and sat in the outfield and watched the Rough Riders get destroyed. They lost by a lot.
They did smash by the
12-4.
Corpus Christi.
Corpus Christi Hooks.
One of the outfielders accused us of being high.
Yeah, we started talking to him, and then he turned around and went like this. And we're like, yeah! He's like, no! It's like, we don't really, we're just
I don't know what they do over in Corpus Christi.
We don't know what you're about, so we're trying to get
Frisco, we don't allow that.
Yeah, we don't do that here in Frisco.
It was Back to the Future night at the stadium,
even better.
which meant guy would hit the ball and then they would show the scene where he's trying to get away from them on a hoverboard, and it was like 11 minutes, and then okay. All right, back to the baseball game. Okay.
The best part was the game was so bad that the movie was playing, and once it ended, the whole crowd went, aww.
It was a good scene. It made me want to watch all the movies again.
Yeah.
Rocco, you got a shirt too.
Yeah.
I did. Yeah, but I don't even care about sports, but man, their logo is
Hey, Roosevelt.
man, Rough Riders. Look at that. That's great.
Yeah.
It's so funny because I showed this to there are a lot of people we know that live minutes from here, behind the scenes of the convention, and I was showing this to them, and all of them were like, dude, I live 5 minutes away, I don't know what that is. All right.
But it was awesome.
Dr. Pepper Stadium, I had about 14 Dr. Peppers.
Yeah. It was great. It was a lot of fun. So
And then after the game, we went to the rave. Here at SGC. You want to transcribe what took
Dude,
place?
we were worshiping Kickapoo Joy Juice. We were
There was
celebrating a demon.
there was a span of like half an hour where Garrett had his on the ground, and he started going like this, like with his foot, like kicking around the can. So everyone started joining in. So we had like 30 people like worshiping this can.
That's how. Hey guys, if you want to sponsor us, I mean,
Yeah, that's how we do it.
we're gonna put your name out there.
And then at one point he had scrolling text on his phone saying, "I'm summoning a demon," and put that on top of the can.
I think I scared.
And started bowing to it.
I
and
scared
everyone started
you.
bowing to it. And then I think he got in trouble.
Well, I was asked politely, very politely,
Very politely.
by the excellent staff here. At
Excellent staff.
I might have been scaring a few people.
Oh yeah.
So
It's like, you
I
don't
made
summon
it-
demons anymore.
I made it all better though.
What'd you do?
I summoned an angel.
Okay.
She fought the demon and won.
He has this. Garrett has an iPhone 6 Plus, so the screen is huge, and he had this scrolling text app. Yeah, but I didn't know you could make emoji that big. So he wrote, "I'm summoning an angel," and then it has the angel emoji, just huge, going across the screen. It was like I didn't know it could scale that big. It was, yeah, look at that. Look how big that emoji is.
Oh, there it is.
Yes, I didn't know you could do that.
I want to make one with just all emojis, just poop emojis.
You could do that. Why is that an emoji?
I don't know. It's a Japanese thing, right?
Yeah. Japan is really the
lucky.
the emoji is everything to them, and poop. They're like
I know poop.
Poop's been a big the Dr. Slump manga was like very common to have poop in like a little pink pile. I don't know if that's right. And but there's like little lucky poop charms you can get at certain temples and stuff in Japan.
What?
Dude, it's weird. I tell you.
What? Okay.
Koala bear poop is lucky.
Koala bear poop is lucky?
Yeah. Didn't you know?
Shit.
You never eaten koala bear poop, Sean?
No.
It's lucky.
Duh.
This guy's got shitty breath. Let's tell you all about it.
But yeah, anyway, so that
We
was
also, in the last month, released a couple videos
yeah.
that we can talk about. Go ahead, Rocco.
The first one we put out we did one recently that was called something to the effect of "Cancel Metroid Federation Force immediately." And we really, the big inspiration behind that, we always try when E3 happens, we always like to lay low and wait for, okay, what's the goofiest thing that came out of E3? Like, what's the funniest thing, you know? And, there's lots of big things that came out of it, but a lot of it, like Final Fantasy VII Remake finally got announced and all this other stuff. And it was like, okay, yeah, well, it's kind of crazy that happened. But then we saw all these people getting pissed that they were making a Metroid 3DS game that didn't really look like a Metroid game. Now, admittedly, I feel like, yeah, it's been like a long time since there was a legit Metroid game. Why did that? That's kind of weird timing to me. But then, as you read further, it was like, we're petitioning to have them cancel the game. We want all the developers involved to lose their jobs. We want everyone crucified at the hand of it's, and it was just like, man, I don't know if that's a little far.
Internet petitions are just, I think, one of the worst things I've found out about.
Well, even though recently, like Iwata passed away, unfortunately, rest in peace. But there was a petition like, Nintendo, you better make a fucking amiibo of him so we can pay homage to it. And it's like, I think they could just do whatever they want.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let Nintendo handle this.
I don't need to tell anyone how to mourn. That's just me. But anyway, so the Metroid thing happened, and so we were cracking up about that. It was like that it was that upsetting to people that they wanted everyone destroyed. And so it just turned into, okay, I don't know, it sounded threatening in a way that we just thought, oh, let's make something that's almost reminiscent of an ISIS video, where it's just like, you will join our cause, or you will die, that kind of thing.
Let's say in our video that what they're doing isn't enough. Like, they should be punished more than this for making a video game.
Yeah. So, so we made this video, and if you ever, I mean, don't ever look up any ISIS videos. Don't do that. But there's clips, you'll see clips of it in the news. Like, I watched some reports from CNN where they talked about them, and they're really, because when we were initially making the video, I thought, oh, this will maybe just be kind of handy cam, like shaky cam out somewhere. You would think, but like their videos are actually really high produced. Like they're very well filmed, and it's kind of crazy. But anyway, I watched some CNN news reports where and it's always a guy in a ski mask, like pointing and telling you like what it is. But it's all filmed really well, so that's what we tried to do. Is like we have like dolly shots and things like that, and tried to film it in a way that it seemed as authentic as possible, because we really wanted to make sure we had the authentic ISIS experience, making a video about Metroid.
I feel like a lot of times when we're doing stuff like this, there's a very, very fine line where it's like, okay, this is like the worst thing ever over here. I'm trying to be funny over here.
Yeah.
So let's be really careful here and not go too crazy.
But yeah, so anyway, we did this video. I don't know why. It was just pure impulse that Derek named himself Kylie Minogue. Like he was like, I need a name. I think the first thing that comes to mind. All right, hi, I'm Kylie Minogue, and here he was. All right.
The off the wall naming of our characters in videos, I think always gets a little chuckle out of the audience. It's like a cherry on top.
But anyway, so we what else happened with that video?
Well, I got to dress y'all up in my airsoft gear.
Yeah. It's really handy having Garrett around, because we don't have to buy any of that gear, he just has it.
It's funny though, because I get very excited, like, let's break out all the, I'm gonna dress these guys up, make them look legit.
Yeah.
But you guys were like, alright, we got like, let's film this, and I can tell I'm delaying the process. When you need this glove,
Garrett is so meticulous about military clothing and like. Yeah.
Now that hilt would be on the other side, so can you change that? It's like, no one's gonna care.
In particular, I think Derek was just like, can we just take those gloves off, get over here, get in position, we're filming. It's like, all right, sorry.
I think the video turned out pretty good.
Yeah.
I think we did walk that line okay, in that
we weren't too offensive?
I think that video is good. I think it's a little too long. Like we made that really quickly, and you get kind of, when you're editing a video on a tight deadline, you kind of get locked in tunnel vision. Like, this is how it's supposed to be, A, B, C, D. That's what we made. That's how it has to be. And I think it kind of, I think that like the scene with Rachel strangling me like Jabba the Hutt. Was funny, but we didn't need it. I think it could have ended when we said we weren't going to buy the game. I feel like it could have just stopped there, but the rest of it's still funny. I think it's all funny. But
Will the director's cut coming soon, or what?
yeah, just stop watching about halfway through. That's the director's cut. But no, I think those later scenes are still funny. I think I enjoyed it. I was happy with how it turned out.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was that video.
There's another video that was released. It's called Comic Con is Hell.
Comic Con is Hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just came out. Yeah, a few days ago.
And, you know, we said a lot about Comic Con in the past and even today about how crappy it is. But that really is. I mean, he just captured the worst of it, really. Where it's just, you know, this is true. I was walking. It was a Saturday morning. I was getting to our booth. It was 9:05. The convention opened up at 9. And some guys are trying to get in line for some, I don't know, some toy, and some Mattel toy. And the guy's like, oh yeah, we're full for the day, go back tomorrow. I'm like, you're full, it's 9:05. Like, he missed his chance, and it's 9:05 minutes. Like, that's insane.
Yeah, and we should say, like, anything disparaging we say about Comic-Con is not the event itself, it's the people and some of the exhibitors.
Some of the exhibitors, but
that are just gross.
But we also love some exhibitors too. And
yeah,
you know, we're really good friends with like the head of security. Like, he loves us, and he comes by every year and gives free shirts or whatever.
It's got to be hard when you're doing some kind of exclusive merchandise item, because you want to generate buzz for it, but you also want to keep it limited. But 5 minutes on the first day and you're gone is, what's the point?
The Hasbro booth had an exclusive Stormtrooper from the new Star Wars movie, and they ran out of them halfway through the second day of Comic-Con. Now, maybe I'm nuts. I think you should bring a lot of Stormtroopers. I just feel like Star Wars is big. Yeah. Maybe I'm nuts. I don't know if it's still like an indie thing, but yeah, I feel like they should bring more. It's just things like that.
And you're in line for Starbucks, and it's literally an hour long, and it's just, your time doesn't mean anything when you're at Comic-Con. Like, you are there, and then to walk from one side to the other side will take you an hour and a half. It's just brutal.
Anyway, that's the same shit we talk about every year.
Yeah, I know. We just wanted to show that in a video, just kind of give you guys a taste.
It kind of, when we were talking about, for some reason, me and Derek at one point were talking about like Dante's Inferno, and it was like, yeah, all the like bad parts of hell are represented in this convention. It's like shoulder to shoulder bodies and just heat and like all these things. Yeah, it was all these things, and it was like, yeah, what if I die and I just went to Comic-Con? Okay. And so anyway, we just tried to show those things, and some people in the comment, I'm kind of just in the middle of crowds screaming and getting strange reactions, but there were a lot of comments that were like, oh, I wonder how many people recognized Rocco or knew who he was. And honestly, Comic-Con is a pretty diverse convention, so most people did not know who I was. I mean, it's not all gamers, or whatever, but the one place that everyone knew what was going on, so we didn't use that much of it, was there's a part where I'm in the line for, I think it was Halo 5, and the guy's like, I waited here for 45 minutes, and I'm like, this is hell! And I'm yelling. We had to kind of cut around there because I really thought I was going to yell and go crazy and roll on the ground in the middle of this booth. And as soon as I walked up, I just heard the crowd part, and everyone's going, oh, it's Rocco. Let's see what he does. And it's like, oh, all right, this isn't going to work. Hi, guys. Hello. You waited 45 minutes? Okay. All right, I'm out of here. But it just wasn't going to get any reaction there. But other than that, I was lucky, and nobody knew who the hell I was. But other than that, yeah.
But I think overall, the last month has been awesome.
Yeah.
Even at Comic-Con was awesome. Just seeing all the fans, people coming out, and you guys all being here, we really appreciate it. I mean, it's so cool that we're able to travel and people still know who we are. It's just still, we've been here 12 years, it's still crazy to us. So
I got to play DDR every night out here with shit, all kinds of
nice,
dude.
Nice. Yeah. So, anyways, I think
you have anything to talk about?
Not really. I mean,
We haven't been
I haven't been playing
any
anything. I mean, when I had a few minutes between cons, I would play Batman: Arkham Knight, and I've been really enjoying that. And you know, I've been enjoying everything. I even enjoy the Batmobile like tank stuff. I've been enjoying everything in that game. I don't care about the Riddler's stuff. I don't want to collect that stuff. I feel like every time I have to do that, I have to do some funky thing with the car that I don't care to do. It's like, I don't know. I don't really care about, for me, in any given game, I like to play the main story. I don't really do the extra stuff unless I'm like in love with that game. I'll come back to it later, but while I'm playing the first time, I just want to beat the main story. So I haven't really been messing with that. But yeah, I've been enjoying it other than that. Did you see the DLC? You know, they have like a DLC season pass.
Yeah.
I never do that stuff.
The
but
Batgirl DLC looks pretty cool.
that's coming out, but also the season pass is getting Michael Keaton Batman
No shit.
outfit and the Batmobile.
See, on the last Bat game, they put out animated...
On the last Bat game, on the last Bat channel?
Well, that's what we refer to it.
Okay.
They put out the animated series costume.
Yeah.
But you couldn't, even if you bought it, you couldn't use it until you beat the game.
Yeah.
I hope they're not doing that again with this one. Because they're not? Okay. That was...
Immediately you can switch.
That turned me
Yeah.
off from the last...
Because on the new one, I have 60s Batman.
Yeah.
And I can switch
You
that.
can
as
switch
well.
it.
Yeah. Because that bugs me. It's like when it's like something either you paid for or whatever, and it's like there's still a restriction
Either
on
I
it.
pay for it or I earn it. It's not both.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just I didn't want to play through the game again immediately. I really wanted to use his animated series suit.
I think I'm gonna get I've never played any of the Arkham games, but that one looks so pretty and
Arkham
the
Knight?
tech and the costumes.
Yeah, you should try it.
And you're saying Keaton Batman's coming?
Yeah, in some form. I don't know, but I think right now you have to have the season pass for it or something. I don't know. I don't know if it'll come separately.
Okay.
We'll see.
Maybe I'll wait and get like a collector's edition version.
Yeah,
of the game.
I don't mess. I know some people who wait until all that stuff is out and then they'll buy the game cheap or something like that. But I'm actually the opposite. I get it right away and beat it, and I don't do any of the DLC. I just don't. I don't know. Maybe someday, but anyway.
It kind of bothers me though. It's such a standard practice, but like I really miss the days we buy a video game and that's it. And we have our own and now we're done. Like I miss those days.
Weren't they just talking about with Street Fighter V? They just announced like there's going to be character DLC, but you can unlock them through the game if you try really hard or something. and so I heard that I was like, well, yeah. I mean, it sounds like we're coming around full circle to how games work. Like they talked about it like it was some revolutionary new thing. Like you could buy it, but if you play a lot, we'll give it to you. It's like that's how it was. Yeah.
Next, the games are gonna work. You're gonna have to blow on your disc.
It's a new thing, totally new concept.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, 50-50.
Stick it in the freezer.
I remember, see, I was a huge fan of Dead or Alive, and I used to have to beat the game like 180 times to get 70 costumes for every person. Not bikini. No, I was trying to get the scuba outfit. Thank you.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Please be respectful.
Didn't know you were an underwater aficionado.
That being said, that's a game I'm actually happier to pay money so I don't have to spend all day trying to unlock the exploding clothing.
That's your
Wait,
exploding clothing?
They have exploding clothing.
When they take damage,
Their clothes explode.
Oh my God.
I mean, it's not that hard of a concept. They just got new costumes in the game from what's that game you like? Deception?
Yes.
They got costumes from that.
There's a new version of that game
Yeah.
that's out.
Yeah.
I'm a big Kagero fan of Deception.
What?
That's what the original was called.
Is that what it's called?
It's a trap setting game. I don't know if you guys ever played that series. Japanese game where you set traps all over a stage and then
I don't know anybody else who plays those.
enemies come in and you just try to get them you lure them because you don't have any attack. You lure them into your traps and then it's like springboard into a spiked wall into like they've added a lot of really embarrassing traps and stuff too. It's great.
Well, there you have it, everybody. Traps. Traps, exploding clothing. I think we covered it all.
Yeah, that's a good
We're
podcast.
gonna fly home now. No. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else. I don't think there is. So I think we'll just maybe open it up to Q&A, and we'll kind of just
Wrap it up with that.
talk
Let's wrap
Keep
up
talking.
people.
Yeah.
So you guys have a question? I know we got some yesterday, but we think we had some more we couldn't get to. So you guys have a question?
Yeah, if you want to line up at the mic over
Right
here, if
there.
you want to talk or bring anything up or
And if
ask
you
us.
Don't, that's okay too. Whatever you want.
Yeah.
Hello. You go first. I know, dude.
I feel ya.
Okay. They most of those videos don't have to keep a character, just keep a straight face throughout the whole thing. Has there ever been like a moment that stuck out to you where you just completely lost it and you couldn't even take yourself seriously anymore?
That's a good question. I feel like when it comes to filming now, for the most part, we've done it for so long. We can do it. What gets me is when we do interviews with people. We had one yesterday in the Sellers Hall. We're doing one, and every now and then someone will say something that's like a lot. Like I
You gotta
can't
hide your face.
Yeah, like I don't know what Rocco said yesterday. It was so messed up.
Yeah, we were doing an interview and we had just walked by a booth for there's a convention, Akon, and and it reminded me of Akon, isn't there a rapper? Akon? And so it just made me. I just kept walking around. I'm just kick it like Tybo. And then the guy came to do an interview, and every answer, he's like, "What are you guys doing at SGC?" Yo, we're just kicking it like Tybo, you know. Just that was my answer to everything. And then, what did I say? There was something that set us off.
I think because we never know what this is for, and all of a sudden he just said "fuck." He just said it out of nowhere. He's like pissed, and it's like I just lost it. I thought it's like, okay, I can't do this anymore. I don't know what you're doing.
But I think that's an interview. I think when we're doing like a skit or something where it's like imperative we stay in character, like we learned that in theater. You know, we all took theater together. So well, not Garrett, but me, Garrett and Shawn took theater together, and so
Yeah, I made fun of you
we
guys.
we know that like if you break character, you're gonna die. You know, so that's why we. Yeah, I don't know if that answers the
That
question.
did. Good enough. All right, thanks, Steve.
Hi.
Hey.
Okay, so throughout the years, I know you've got to meet and hang out with a bunch of different people from the games industry, like Kojima, Sakaguchi. I'm wondering, what is the funniest story or like funniest thing that's happened with someone from the industry that you've met?
Funniest thing.
I remember who's the Godfather of PlayStation?
Ken Kutaragi.
Ken Kutaragi. When we filmed that video in San Francisco with him, when we were going to a parking structure to film, we've talked about this before, I think, but one of those Teslas, like a brand new Tesla, the electric car drove by, and he was just like, "Oh, I think I might go test drive one of those tomorrow." I was like, "What do you mean?" "No, I think I've been looking to buy one. Might purchase one of these tomorrow." It's just like, this guy is made of money. This is insane.
I think he already said, I could be wrong, that he already had one, but he wanted to get a new model too or something. It's like
the newest one, and it's like we took him up to a parking lot and pretended to throw him off. And 5 minutes later, it's just bizarre.
that's funny because I was going to say about the same guy, Ken Kutaragi, who was a super great guy, and one of my favorite memories was that's at that same time, we were walking the parking structure to film with him. I had a Twilight Zone shirt on. It had Rod Serling with a big spiral behind him. He's wearing the shirt. Yeah.
Jason Peter Bauer did that, yeah.
But yeah, I was wearing that shirt, and he went. He didn't speak a ton of English, but he looked and he said, "Twilight Zone." I was like, "Yeah," and he went, and then he looked away for a minute, and then he looked back at me, and he went, "Do do 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 do." It's like, yeah, that's it.
Ken Kutaragi, I mean, he had a translator there, but the English that he did speak was, he got our humor, and then I think he had a good time throwing it back at us.
Yeah.
It was really fun.
That same walk, so this is a very meaningful walk. We're walking, and I am talking to, I think it was talking to his translator, and with him, and I wasn't paying attention and just ran right to a fire hydrant. And it hit my shin and my nuts. I hurt everything, and I had to play off like I wasn't really hurt. So I was super embarrassed. I was like limping the rest of the walk. I was an idiot. Ow. Yeah, it's funny. Anyways, there you go.
That was your favorite funny moment from a guest, or?
No, that was this one same walk.
Okay.
Just memories.
We missed stuff. That's all. Yeah. Thank you. My favorite memory is when we were filming with Hideo Kojima for the first time. That's the first time we met him. And we didn't know he was into this or whatever. And then we were like, okay, we want you to go behind this corner with, it was me and Derek and Hideo Kojima. And then like, you're in the games, you're acting like you're Solid Snake or whatever. And so I'm like, so you want to do this? This is like embarrassing for him. I don't know. And so like we're all crouching behind him in my riding get up and whatever. And to me, he goes like this. oh, hell yeah, he's into this. And then like he like was super excited about it. And that was a very moment. He's like, oh, he's with us. He's cool. Anyways.
Okay, so Rocco, I really like your movie commentaries. Is there any more of that coming?
You know, that's funny. A lot of people asked about that recently, and I haven't had time to do that in a while, but
what was the last one?
I should soon. What was the last one? It might have been.
Was it Matrix, was it?
No, Matrix was the first one. We did Tron. I did Tron with Kevin. Yeah, it might have been Tron with Kevin. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, the next one I wanted to do was Prometheus, and I wanted to try to do that with you if you had time, so we should do that soon.
Oh, I'm down.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Okay, yeah.
Where do you put those for people to find it?
On my, if you go to, honestly, if you go to roccobodie.com,
yeah.
It goes to my, I have like, just like, it's set up to where I have like an embedded like Tumblr kind of thing.
So people want
and I just post it on there. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I link to people on Facebook and stuff like that.
Cool.
Hey guys.
Hey Chris.
This year will be my first year at Games.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, awesome.
I was wondering if you guys had any tips for going to Disneyland for the first time.
Who here has been to Disneyland before? A lot of people.
Oh, okay.
It's the best.
I went to Disney World.
Okay, but Disneyland is way smaller. It's way smaller. Honestly, I think if anyone who's thinking about going to game days and are not sure about it, I think a lot of times I've heard people who say, I went by myself, I didn't know anyone, and everyone here is just so welcoming and friendly, and they made friends there, and then we'll take you around. When we go to Disneyland, it's not like we say, all right, see you later. Like, we go everywhere together, and much as I think Disneyland beats that, it's good to go.
Yeah, we have a line of
people. Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, with having your party? Oh shit.
They don't believe us.
It's like 300 people.
We get to Space Mountain and then they ask, yeah, how many is your group? There's about 200 behind. And they're like, okay, yeah, right, how many is your group? It's like, nah.
Yeah, just keep on. Just keep going. It doesn't matter.
Just fill the carts.
Yeah.
The line goes from like a 10-minute wait to a 4-hour wait.
That happened at Space Mountain. I'm so proud of that. It was a 15-minute wait to a 75-minute wait once we got
I'm just worried if I'm going to run into any Deadpools at Disney.
There are no Deadpools in Disneyland.
No.
Not allowed. Because we all know, last night a Deadpool costume guy came up to me. I think he must have known that I hate Deadpool costumes.
You know what? I think people were just around in that. There was a bunch of guys in dwarf suits.
So you just said that was
I was playing DDR and some guy like comes in front of me in the screen, tries to give me a high five. I'm like, get out of here!
Well, there's a dead last time standing there, and this Deadpool guy was like, tapped me on the shoulder, and I looked over, and he sent his free hugs, and he made a tutu, and it was so rude, I was just like, this is him. And I wouldn't acknowledge him, and he like this, and walked away. Get out of here, Deadpool! I want to see you.
I'll give you a high five, just not when I'm playing.
I'm not giving you a high five, I don't like Deadpool cosplay.
You want a hug?
No! Sorry, go ahead.
My question's for Rocco. Rocco did a Martin Luther King stream, and in it, you and Kevin sat down with a tray of cookies, chugging milk.
Yeah.
I just want to know why'd you do that, and why'd you decide to stream it also?
Oh, to combat racism.
Alright, we have 10 minutes. We're going to do lightning round. We're going to cut the questions off with the guy with the hat at the very end. So you're still good, but we're going to go super fast. So go ahead.
I know you bring a lot of equipment, lighting, and all your cameras to film the Kukuragi, Sakaguchi. Do you have any problem with TSA with your equipment?
No, we always check it, but every time without fail, we'll open it up and there'll be one of those like flyers saying that we went through your stuff. You know, they'll let us know they went through it, but we don't care. We have nothing in there. Sometimes they think that's in there, but they're fair, so it's fine.
Have we shipped, like, I
don't know if we
Maybe
have.
not.
No.
Never smarter than that. Alright, cool.
I ran into trouble one time. I checked a bag or something into through SFO and was on my way back, and they took one of my bags and they were like, yeah, you have to come to the office to get this bag. And I went, and they had it, and they had my boom mic was out, and they were like, "Hey, you're here, great. Don't worry about it. We just we had to make sure this was a boom mic." It was like, "Oh, okay." And they were like, "Yeah, we thought maybe you were bringing back a gift from San Francisco. You know what I mean?" It was like, what? Seriously, that was what they said, and I went, "Yeah, thanks," and I left, and I was like, "Wait, what?
Why would they?
Even if it was, what? So, like, what? I don't know. That was a really weird, like, conversation. It was like, I don't understand what was the issue here, like. And I wanted to go back, but we were going to miss our flight. And it was like, okay, I can investigate this further, or I can just go on. Yeah, but that was really weird. But that was years ago. I mean, yeah. But otherwise, it's been fine. You didn't even ask that. I'm looking at you like you asked. But the other guy sat down. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
Can I have a full set of amigos?
Oh, sit down.
Yeah.
Get out of here, Deadpool. That's the official term.
Yeah.
Alright, so I just the Mountain Dew we got Baja Blast, and I was wondering, what is your favorite flavor of Mountain Dew and why?
Classic.
I tried Baja Blast for the first time this weekend over there. Oh no, it was a Kickstarter. I'm gonna go Black Cherry Kickstarter.
No.
Kickstarter.
Oh, no.
I think it's just Kickstart.
I think I said that.
Did you?
Yeah, he did.
I thought you said Kickstarter.
Well,
No, I'm an Indiegogo guy.
Fund our Mountain Dew. I'm gonna go. Hey, I gotta go Code Red because it reminds me. It just reminds me of when the original Xbox came out, and me and my brother would stay up playing Mech Assault and drinking nothing but Code Red and no water, and we were all sick.
Honestly, they all taste like shit. Because we have Kickapoo.
In fact, why don't you come up and get a Kickapoo from us, so you can know how good it. You'll never ask about Mountain Dew again.
Real quick, we were in the dealer's room. We saw a guy with a Come and Go Big Gulp cup.
Yeah. So sad.
Is Come and Go? It's not nearby. He brought that from the East Coast.
No. It's Oklahoma. He was driving through from like Oregon. And
he stopped.
Happened to stop there and grab the cup and was day. We also are sponsored by Loot Crate. Just go to lootcrate.com/MEGA64. We actually went by their booth. They had a huge booth at Comic-Con.
Yeah, they have a huge booth at Comic-Con.
They also have these Star Wars hats that they would snag. It's a rad
We got their creature crates.
Yeah.
I think we tweeted out some photos and stuff.
Yeah.
That was a cool.
Yeah, it was cool. So anyways, lootcrate.com/MEGA64. Get a deal that way. Go ahead, sir.
I just want to make a quick shout out to my friend Michael Shea / Brony Mike up in Canada. He couldn't make it. I don't know why. You guys care. Whatever.
Yeah.
Shout out, Mike.
Shout out, Mike.
Yeah. Is there like a documentary that you would want to see, or like you haven't seen but you would want to see? Because you talk about documentaries on your podcast before.
Yeah, speaking of which, actually, I want to say real fast. I saw it was on sale for the first time at Comic-Con. The documentary, the Death of Superman Lives, What Happened, I think is what it's called, about the Superman movie that never got made. And that was really, really good. Yeah, with Nicolas Cage. That was really excellent. And they managed to get everyone involved. They interviewed everybody. They even got Tim Burton.
Did they get Nicolas Cage?
They didn't get Nicolas Cage. And they talk about it in the behind the scenes.
Really?
That they spoke to him about it, and he was kind of in for a little bit, and more internet meme stuff started coming out on Nicolas Cage. And he went, you know what? I think for this crowd, it's only going to come off like a joke if I'm in this. I stand by all the stuff we worked on. I just feel like your documentary speaks for itself. But he said, but you could use any footage, like if there's interviews you want to.
Yeah.
So they use interviews with him and stuff like that, but it stands completely on its own without that. So that was really good. I think if there was a documentary I would like to see, I think this is kind of random, but I think I would love to see, we've been a couple times now to the Nintendo headquarters to make videos for them and things like that. But the way they conduct their business is so unusual compared to other companies. I mean, it was like being inside Disneyland. Like, it was just weird. Like, they have such a legacy of characters and games, all kinds of stuff. I would love to, but they're so heavily guarded. I would love to see a documentary behind the walls of Nintendo, both in the United States and Japan. I would love to see that. That would be incredibly fascinating.
Cameras don't even get past that treehouse door.
No, not at all. I mean, even we were the first third party to be invited to film stuff inside the Nintendo headquarters.
And you know what? I don't think, I was looking around, I don't think anyone has filmed where we filmed.
Yeah.
Like, they always have a studio and they film there, but no one's like gone to the hallways and filmed.
We filmed in their main conference room, which was they called Master Sword, was their main conference room at the top of the building, and they were like, no one's filmed in there before. It's like, whoa.
And you said before there was a time where they all left, it was just us in the room, and it's like, oh my god, guys, how do we get this?
And so we were like, turn on the camera, let's say as much vulgar stuff as we can. All right. But anyway, but anyway, it was incredible. And even being there with their permission, they were like, don't film that, don't film that, don't film that, don't film that, don't film that. See this case full of historic items? Yeah. Yeah, don't even look at that. Oh, okay. Did you just look? Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. No, honestly, they had cases of stuff, but like they would pull shades over them and things like that. So we don't even know what was in those cases. So what was, I don't know. What do you think was in there? Teleportation devices and like
drugs.
They have a piece of the True Cross. Not sure. Honestly, we really don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, all kinds of stuff. So I would love to see a full documentary on that. Anyway, that's all. Sorry.
Yes, sir.
Just had a quick question. What do you guys prefer, Whataburger or In-N-Out?
I've never been to Whataburger in my life, so In-N-Out all the way.
Just based on the name, I think people are saying water burger, and it's bothersome.
Yeah.
So there you go.
In-N-Out is good. People, if you go to California, people are gonna overhype it for you, no doubt. But don't listen to them. Hey, it's just a burger. But then when you eat it, it's raw. It's fresh.
They just don't work in Texas, right?
Yeah, it's good.
Not the same.
It's not real. It's fake.
I've had Whataburger in Texas, in Austin, I think, and I have In-N-Out like weekly in San Diego.
Well, there you go.
God tier.
Wow. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Hey.
Don't hate me.
Okay.
But
Don't.
You're a trickster, I can tell.
I hate you. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to. She just told me not to.
Anyways, I have never heard of you, but my friend told me to come here.
Yeah.
She's not in this state, but
Yeah,
she will
yeah.
come here. What? I plan on watching y'all, but what? Works. Video. See y'all.
What video should you watch? Okay, you know what? Because there was some issue because we made it for another company or whatever. It's not on our main channel, but YouTube search Septic 5, and it's like a kind of a skit that we did. No. It's it's kind of a crazy skit that we did. Yeah, because they're remembering the video. It was a funny video. Yeah, if you YouTube search Septic 5 and just watch it, and then kind of watch it again, and you'll see some things you didn't see the first time.
Before, also pretty good.
Yeah. But I think 5 is the best. Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Okay. All right. Final question.
Pressure's on.
He's got a dog with him, so you know it's going to be good.
Dog, by the way.
Related to In-N-Out Burger, that's the first one I've seen in my life because they don't have those where I'm from. I'm gonna get this on my way out. What should I get besides the burger?
Get a double burger
With onions.
with onions. Get animal style fries
Yeah.
and chocolate shake.
Chocolate or vanilla shake, I'd say.
Yeah, and then
You know what? If you ask, I always get, they have yellow peppers that they'll give you on the side. Just makes it perfect.
Hey, real quick, Five Guys is testing shakes.
Really?
They didn't have shakes. It was the one thing they didn't have.
Five Guys
They're
burgers
testing them,
and
and
fries.
the one nearby us does have them. And I tried it, but it was confusing. They list a bunch of flavors. It was like chocolate, peanut butter, Oreo, cookie bits, all this stuff. And so I'm like, are those the flavors you have? And there's like, no, we give you, just a regular shake, and those, you could pick any of those things. We'll mix it into it. Okay. So what flavor shake? Well, it's just a regular shake, and then we'll put all these things in it. You got to tell me what's regular. Are we doing vanilla? No. Whatever you want, we'll mix it up. I hear you, but I don't know. It has to start somewhere.
I have a problem. Every time I go to Five Guys, I like a lot of food. It's free, so all the toppings, give me everything. And it's like, they've got, that's a whole clusterfuck in itself.
Yeah.
It is because they have an option called everything. Give me everything. But it's not everything.
No.
And he wants literally
Everything.
So
So that's called all the way. But every time I go, I confuse the teenager working the grill. It's like, I can't win.
Yeah,
That's why I go in and out.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I want to say thank you, everyone, for coming to this panel. Thank you for coming to SGC and supporting us.
Let's say goodnight to the people at home.
Okay.
Not to you guys yet. We're saying goodbye to these idiots at home who couldn't make it here.
Couldn't even make it.
You guys, you didn't even get a ticket. Come on. Shame on you. Anyway, all right. Thank you. I want once again, Craig. You suck. You don't know how to run an event. This was a lot of fun. No thanks to you.
We say
Yeah, Craig, you really botched this whole thing, and I'd be surprised. SGC, this is probably the last one. All right. Thank you, everybody. Take care. Good night. I'm gonna shut it off.
And cut, Sean, cut right here. Good, got it.